Hello and welcome to my tarot corner. So, I am starting with my disclaimer first. This is a tarot reading, a vibrational reading. Everything I say may not be true, and I am basing my readings on information that I find on the public domain. Now, a video by Neil Sean caught my eye, and that is about some Labour Parliament or Labour Party members that are against putting on the Union Jack and a picture of the Queen in classrooms during the Jubilee time. And that's something that is really a little bit vexing, because they don't want to hurt people's feelings. But why should people that chose to come to Britain and be British be offended by the Union Jack or by the Queen's picture? I mean, in my country, we have a picture of the Prime Minister and the President in every classroom, and that is not political. This is part of the patriotism of my country. And I know that in the American classes, the flag is there, and they even sing the hymn. Sometimes, I don't know if in every class, but they do have pictures of the presidents. I mean, that's something that is part of each country's nationality, and I don't see why this should hurt people's feelings. And Labour Party did have a lot of controversial people there. Their previous leader was an outright anti-Semitic and pro-Palestinians. Now, I'm not going into politics here, but for me, an anti-Semitic person, this is like something that is unspeakable. And they even had Jewish people in their party, but it was for some of the Jewish people like too much, even for them. So the Labour Party has been taking a lot of controversial stands in the past few years. They've become more and more radical, and I have decided to do a reading about that and see what are the energies that are around this. So I am going to use a 5-card spread that is just looking at a situation. It is looking at the root of the issue and the present situation. What should the Queen take into account, or the royal family? What kind of advice can I give the royal family and even the parliament members or the Labour Party members that are against all of this? And what will the outcome be? So let's start. That's in a way, the Sussexes decided not to bombard us with all kinds of puff pieces. Then we're starting to look into matters that are a little bit different. So first, I am clearing the deck. This is the Shadowland Tarot. Okay, and Parliament or Labour Party members that are against flying the British flag during the Jubilee celebration in schools. Labour Party members that are against flying the Union Jack during the Jubilee in British schools. Okay, so the first card is a card that is a significant card that is showing us the present in situation or the present question that we're talking about. And what I'm getting is the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is the card of the leader or the wannabe leader in a way. This is a person who is thinking about their own personal gain. And that is why it is so fitting for when I'm talking about Meghan Markle. But in this instance, it's talking about those people that are being egotistical, thinking about their political gain, thinking about the people that they can get their vote. So this is all about wanting to be seen a leader, wanting to be the leaders of the country, but in a way taking care of their own personal needs, personal thoughts, not thinking about the social responsibilities, not thinking about the common good. So that's the main issue here. Now, what is the root of the issue of not wanting to put on the flag? And we get the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so Three of Pentacles, that's a card of recognition and reward. This is like a step forward. This is like getting this recognition, and this is what they don't want. So if they don't want that, we need to think about what is the negative aspects of this card that they do not want. And this is about the reward and the recognition that the queen will get when when the flag is flown, when her picture is up there, and the recognition that she is the head of state. And because it's Pentacles, this is also about materialism. So those Labour Party members that think about all of the money that goes to the monarchy, they are in a way anti-monarchist, and they are thinking about the money that the reward that the royals are getting. Now this is a 3, this is not a 10 of Pentacles, because the sovereign grant is not that big. The money that the British taxpayers pay for the monarchy is not a huge sum. That is why this is a 3 and not a 10. But still, they are in a way jealous. Even with that, they think that even that amount of money that goes into the monarchy is too much. So this is the root of the issue. This is money always speaks. And this is something that is more profound than money, because we are also talking about recognition. So this is the root of the issue. And what do they need to take into account, those labor members? And we get the King of Wands. Okay, and the King of Wands, that's the initiator. That's the one who knows how to begin things, just having a little bit of a problem in going through whatever he's beginning. So this is a card of someone who's getting irritated very easily, angry very easily, losing interest very easily, impatient. So they need to take into account that whatever they are trying to sell to the public, this is something that the public will lose interest in very, very easily. This is something that even makes a lot of the public angry and irritated at them. And the Labour Party did manage to irritate a lot of people in the past few years. This shows that they are egotistical, just like the Queen of Wands showed us. And once again, the tendency to get angry very fast. So this is what the Labour Party members need to take into account, and what does the royal family need to take into the account, and we get the World. So the World is a card of completion and beginning. So that's a card about both ending a process and beginning once more. And we are at the last years of the monarchy as it is now. We are about to end the cycle. We are about to end the reign of Queen Elizabeth. May she live for a long life. But it does seem like she's getting more and more frail. There are talks about a wheelchair, and I remember my grandmother at that time. She was sharp as a knife, but her body was betraying her, and she did lose some kind of interest once her body betrayed her. And this is how the Queen feels right now. And right now, so we are on the verge of starting a new dawn, okay, a new monarchy. So that's what the World card represents. It represents the ending of one monarchy and the beginning of another one. So they need to be very careful from burnout of the population. They need to keep the population interested. This is about also being very careful of not boring the population, and this is about keeping together the monarchy. So this is about perfectionism. This is about keeping everything whole, and this is something that the royal family needs to take into account, that they need to keep that whole, to keep the monarchy and the state whole. So this is what the monarchy or the royal family need to take into account. Now, advice for those laborers. And we get the Two of Swords. Okay, so they are now in a position of having to choose a path. And right now, they are disengaged from reality and unable to cope with it. This is a person who doesn't see reality as it is. And because of that, they are prone to making the wrong decisions. And when you make the wrong decision, you get to the Three of Swords. So the advice is open your eyes, start thinking before you are taking a stand, before you talk, think, start seeing reality as it is. Understand that that going against the royal family, going against the monarchy, this is like going against the country. The people that are talking about that patriotism is disturbing people that are living in your country. This is something that is very annoying and vexing to people that live in that country, any country, and it is something that annoys everyone, even if they're not very, very patriotic, even if they're not nationalistic. This is something that, you have people, and this Neil Sean said it very, very beautifully. You have people that came over, they are enjoying the perks of living in that country, and they need to adjust themselves to that country. The country doesn't need to adjust itself to them. And this is the thing that those Labour Party members do not realize. They need to start opening their eyes and get attached to reality, and then they will be able to make the right choice. So what is the advice for the royal family? And the advice for the royal family is the Nine of Wands. So this card, as an advice, tells them, okay, you need to hold on through those obstacles that are thrown towards you, and be very careful of not reaching the Ten of Wands, which is the overload, but stand straight, stand there and hold on towards all of those obstacles. Now, I got the Nine of Wands with Catherine and William as well, with their trip to the Caribbean, because there are many obstacles that are standing in their way, besides the Sussexes, that a lot of other very important matters that stand in their way. They need to take that into consideration. They need to hold on towards those obstacles, and then everything will be okay. So what can we see for the outcome? And the outcome is the Nine of Cups, a wish come true. And that is the wish of the royal family. So I think that we will see the Union Jack flying. We will see the portrait of the Queen in the classrooms. This is not only about wishes coming true. This is about abundance and the ability to accept abundance, to know how to accept the happiness, to accept what you get, and this is about success. So the royal family will get their way, and we will see the Union Jack flying. So this is the tarot, and the oracle cards that I'm using now is the Getaway Oracles. And oracle, and let's see what can we see around that. What kind of advice I can give both the parliament members and the royal family. And I'm starting with just shuffling it a little bit. Really love those oracle cards. Okay, so first I'm going to clear this deck. And first we're going to ask for advice for the Labour Party members. So advice for the Labour Party members who don't want the flag and the picture of the Queen in schools. Advice for those politicians. Okay, stepping into stillness. My power is born in the majesty of silence. So be quiet. That is what this is what is telling them. Stop it. Be quiet. Your power is a lot bigger when you are shutting your mouth and not talking and not saying stupid things, because when you do that, you just lose your power, and you need to start thinking before you talk. This is like opening your eyes. This is exactly like the advice that we got with the Two of Swords. So I'm clearing it again. And asking for advice for the royal family, advice for the royal family in regard to flying the flag and putting the picture of the Queen in schools. Advice for the royal family. Okay, and the card that I'm getting is emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. That is so beautiful, because grace is not only something that is very typical to the Queen and to the royal family, and I mean Catherine and Sophie. They are also graceful, emerging into grace. Open your soul into grace. This is a beautiful message, and as long as they keep their graceful manner, they will succeed in keeping the monarchy going. So this is it, and I hope you liked it. And if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave me a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.